Okay, so the last step of this, almost last step, is to create that resultant vector, that big orange vector in the middle, which is the addition of Anne's vector and Brian's vector. So to create Ralph's vector, we first broke down each of these individual vectors into their x and y components. So now we have 4 bits and pieces. This AX, AY, BX, and BY, and we need to add them all together. What we're going to do is we're going to just draw them from tail to end, tail to end. So let's start off with AX, because it's the first one that we created. So AX was blue. It's going to look like this. All right, and AX was 8.66. Okay, so we started here. That was our starting point. We went zoop all the way over there, ended right here. So our next vector is going to start here. Let's go ahead and go to BX for our next vector. And so BX, we're not going to quite put them right on top of each other so it doesn't get too confusing, but imagine that they are on top of each other. BX is actually the same size, and it goes from right here, 8.66 in this direction. All right. Then we're going to add on to it the y components. So let's start with AY, then going up from where we ended off, we go up this amount by AY equals 8.66. We have a lot of 8.66s here. All right, and then the last piece that we need to add on is BY. So BY goes up top here, and BY is 5 pounds. All right, so let's look at what we've done here. We started off here-ish and headed out this way. Anne was pulling 8.66 pounds in this direction, but Brian was pulling 8.66 pounds in this direction. So we actually don't have a resultant in the x direction because they ixnay each other out. And then we come back to the very beginning and we start back here and then we add up the y's. The y's do add on to each other. First we have the 8.66 and then we have the 5. And so you can probably do that arithmetic in your head. Your resultant is going to be straight up. Oh man, I should have used orange. Let's see if I can write over that. Your resultant is going to be straight up and is going to equal 5 plus 8.66 or 13.66 pounds. Straight up. All y, no x component. And that is one example of how to calculate a resultant vector.